It looks like a top secret PS4 game might be in development by a studio so many of us are fans of. A PlayStation 4 game that's been in development for quite a while is said to be both satisfying and amazing. And I also want to quickly go over the entire E3 2018 press conference schedule for those of you that are a little confused about that. I'll be going over that at the end of the video. First, let's talk about Platinum Games working on a top secret game. There was a panel hosted yesterday in Kyoto, Japan, and Platinum Games' Hideki Kamiya and Atsushi Inaba talked about several topics regarding the studio and what they're working on. Now, if you're familiar with Platinum, you know that they create some of the best action games in the entire gaming industry. Recently, they released the incredible action RPG in Nier Automata that was released last year, and several gamers thought that it was one of the best, if not the best, PlayStation 4 game of 2017. And on top of that, right now they're working on Bayonetta 3. They also did Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 1. And those games are terrific. Bayonetta 3 will be a Nintendo Switch exclusive, but they are not done yet, and they've got another game in development. And it's another action game that's set to, quote, turn the action genre on its head. And how about this? It's a top secret game that not a lot of people even at Platinum Games know about. I'm guessing just the top producers and developers know about the title. And whatever the game may be, the way that it's being phrased makes you think that it might be a new IP. A Nier Automata 2, does that sound like a game that would really turn the action genre on its head? I don't know about that one. I'd love to see a Nier Automata 2. Platinum Games has said that they're open to the idea as long as the fans are and the publishers are. Nier Automata was, of course, a Square Enix published title while it was being developed by Platinum, so they need the green light from them. As far as this new title, what could it be? I have no idea, and with Platinum Games, you really can't guess because they make some really off-the-wall titles, and if it's a brand new IP, you know it's gonna be something completely zany and something that we're not expecting at all. I would love to hear more about it, but it looks like this is still at the early stages because, again, they said that not many people at Platinum even know about it, so you would think that if a game was far along in development, that the majority of the studio would know about it, but again, that's speculation on my point. Whatever Platinum Games puts out, you know it's gonna be of somewhat high quality. What do you want to see from Platinum Games? Do you just want a Nier Automata 2? Maybe you want to see a rebuilding of Scalebound, the original Xbox One exclusive that got canceled. Could we see Sony pick up that game? It's entirely possible. But at this point, all of that would be just speculation. Moving on from that, how about some more concrete information on Ace Combat 7, a game that's been in development for a long time. Originally, some of us were expecting to get this quickly after the PlayStation VR's launch, as this is a game that's going to heavily utilize PlayStation VR, although it's not a VR-centric title. But according to Szymon Radwicz from the Spider's Web, sorry if I butchered that name, it's a Polish website, and he got a chance to try out Ace Combat 7's new demo, and here's what he had to say. Quote, "The campaign is very interesting and the plot becomes more than just two factions using aerial machines. However, it is a shame that during the event I couldn't see ground targets. The whole mission took place high in the clouds." There's a lot going on in this game. It's not just about flying, but the whole scope of it all. Take, for example, when I flew into an unusually thick storm cloud for the first time. My jet fighter began to tremble so much that I was genuinely afraid that it was gonna fall apart. He continued by talking about Sony's exclusivity with the game, and again, it will have PSVR-centric features. He said, quote, "The game for Sony's platform will have an additional set of missions played exclusively in virtual reality. I went through one of them, and I have to admit that I am delighted. I'm delighted because Ace Combat 7 on PSVR works really well. Missions in the cramped cockpit are really immersive. You can feel the power of a jet fighter and how it feels to be locked in a tight space. Making a barrel roll among dense clouds with water particles running down the window pane is an experience that the normal game can never offer. It is worth giving VR a chance for such an experiences." So while Ace Combat 7 might not be the biggest upcoming game, I do feel like it's lost a little bit of traction due to its long development span. After we see more footage of it, maybe we'll see more at E3. I see this quickly becoming one of the more anticipated games, and again, while it does have a VR focus, it just has VR exclusive missions. Right now, from what we know, the single player mode is going to be played with a traditional controller, so bear that in mind. Nonetheless, Ace Combat 7 is scheduled to hit the PlayStation 4 later this year. And finally, we've been talking quite a bit about E3 recently, so I want to go over the full schedule for you guys. I'll leave a link in the description box for an image that Reddit user Falcon Box made, and it makes everything super easy to follow. I'm not going to go over exact time since you guys may be in a different time zone, but as far as date, on Saturday, June 9th, we will have the EA press conference. On Sunday, June 10th, we will have the Microsoft and Xbox conference. Also on Sunday, June 10th, or in some places it'll bleed over to Monday, June 11th, we'll have the Bethesda press conference. Square Enix will be on Monday, June 11th. At some places it will bleed over into Tuesday, June 12th. Ubisoft, same thing, Monday, June 11th, it will bleed into Tuesday in some regions. PC Gaming Show will also be on Monday, it'll bleed into Tuesday in some regions. PlayStation, same thing, late Monday, June 11th, and then in the majority of locations, it will bleed into Tuesday, June 12th, and Nintendo will be rounding things out on Tuesday, June 12th, bleeding into Wednesday, June 13th on a select few locations. Again, we'll leave an image in the description box down below, keeps everything super easy to follow, has the majority of time zones listed, and you'll be able to watch the entire show from the comfort of your own home. It'll be streamed on Twitch, YouTube, and a lot of other platforms, so stay tuned for that. That is going to conclude this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think about this new Platinum Games project? They are working on a top secret action game that is set to turn the genre on its head. What could this be? Who knows? But Platinum Games is at the helm of it, and that means it's probably gonna be pretty good. What do you think about Ace Combat 7? Is this a game you're still following, or has the long development time kind of hindered your hype? Again, I'm sure as soon as Bandai drops a lot of information, new footage on the game, the anticipation will soar right back up. And again, check that image in the description box down below if you want to follow E3 in its entirety and figure out when every press conference is happening. Sound off with your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.